Men say, I want this woman who just is freaking the bed, but she got a low body count. Houseway. Women do that when they talk about the type of man they want. So you have to prioritize what's really important in a guy. It's not Build-A-Bay. Some things work against each other. This is Caesar Walker, the cool, calm, collected one.
And I'm Ronnie Gatry, the emotional one.
And we are the Tipping Point Podcast, your source for the black male's perspective.
Tipping Point Podcast.
You said you wanted to talk about happy wife, happy life. What do you want to talk about that?
Man, in thinking about my courtship, I would hear that and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm subscribing to that. Premium access. It turned out to be false. I mean, it really did.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
How long have you been married?
I'm about to say about last year. When he was like really like sounding like he was being red pilled.
Gosh. You gonna do this in front of my friends?
You did it on this podcast.
Oh, in front of my
Well, you already lost your frat brother, so
yeah, true. Yeah, man, because I don't think women don't know how to articulate it. Some women don't know how to articulate it.
We can say something.
Because it just doesn't seem productive for a woman to come out and say, I don't want a man that makes me happy. Think of the cancellation she's going to get if she says that on a public platform.
Well,
I'm sorry this is putting you to sleep, Black. You okay? Take another sip of that smoothie.
it's kind of dark over here.
Dramatic.
Thank you. So yeah, like a woman can't come out and say that, but through actions and through life experiences with my wife, I know that's true. I know that she's better when I'm not necessarily giving her everything that she wants.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think I'm following.
She may not absorb and conceptualize what her real needs are.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think, going back to your wedding, I think that narrative has been built. I think that goes back to how you were raised.
That you're already...
Yes.
You're
You're already whole. You are superior. Bro, I'm going here. I'm going here. No, wait. I'm going here. I'm going here.
I know. I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
You said it. I have alluded to that for weeks and months. That is a superiority complex that a lot of women in our community have been. But you went ahead and just said it.
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead.
So, in thinking about when I went to my now father-in-law to ask for my wife's hand, the first thing he told me was that, hey, look, I spoil my girls. Do you understand what he's shifting to me? This is the supreme being.
Talk about it.
This is the supreme mortal being in my wife's life. I'm serious. Like, the way my wife feels about her dad, get out of the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's now saying,
Daddy's little princess.
Daddy's little princess.
Yeah.
But he thinks he's giving me game.
He ain't giving you game.
No, he's not. He's giving me kryptonite.
He is.
Do you see what I did there?
I do see what you did there.
Doing it fried G.
He is trying. Take that, Joe Budden. So, what he's trying to do is protect his interest. You remember we've talked about this. You remember how I talked about how one of the problems dads have is in terms of raising masculine women is they've put the battery in their daughter's back because you have been God to them. And what man is going to measure up to your dad in that regard? And then he tells you to follow my act if you're going to have success or my blessing. It's a losing proposition. That's a losing proposition.
He wins either way.
Yeah. Oh, she wins too.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking best or worst case scenario.
Yeah.
He still got his baby girl.
She's taken care of.
Walker, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, I got boys. I really believe that the factory is closed for us So I'm not gonna ever know. I'm not ever gonna know any difference.
Yeah.
Right. So let me put that disclaimer out there.
Sure.
But what I did, going back to that conversation I had with her dad, I took that as game. I took that as a cheat code. Okay, I know what it means to spoil somebody. I'm going to do that.
How'd
Now,
that
oh
work
my
out?
gosh. It could be what led me to therapy to begin with.
Thanks, father-in-law. In an indirect way.
It kind of like our energy with Steve Harvey. I'm not attacking my father-in-law, so please don't take it that way.
No.
And that's why I have a little bit of empathy and compassion, because I really feel like if I had a girl, I would be on a similar wave.
Okay.
Because they're girls, I'm a baby girl. Protect her.
Okay.
My boys, there's a love of protecting, but like, it's more innate in me that prayerfully, these little knuckleheads, I shouldn't say that, are going to grow up to be men. So like, I take it a little different. So maybe I'm part of the problem.
I don't know. I mean,
But I'm not mad at him for that. Like, I'm not. But I'm just telling you how I process it and how that feeds the roots of this issue.
how I process that as a father of a daughter is my goal is to model for her what a husband's supposed to operate. I do spoil my wife. I mean, I do, but she spoils me back. So it's a lot of reciprocity there. My biggest responsibility to my daughter is, even though daddy's going to take care of you, I'm your father. My relationship to you is different. And it's a template. You remember I used this example with mother-son. The way I treat you is a template. You're talking about someone that you're going to be joined to, someone that you're going to sleep with at night. You're going to have to be very pragmatic about what type of man you want. And you may think you want all of these things, but you're going to have to learn how to prioritize the things that are most important. In the event that you don't get all of these things in a guy, you need to make sure the things that are at the top of your list are represented in his character, personality, whatever the case may be. And what I'm doing for her is, despite how dad treated you, that was just a template. You take that template and you understand what's really important in a husband, and you look for those qualities in a guy. You look for that in a man. Hopefully you have some of the right things at the top of your list, like purpose, character, and integrity. Hopefully those things are towards the top of your list, and you're not looking at fluff. You're not looking at things that work counter to that. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we can put things on our list that actually work against each other. We do it as men. Men say, I want this woman who is just this freak in the bed, but she got a low body count. How, Sway? Like, some things work against each other, right? And women do that when they talk about the type of man they want. So you have to prioritize what's really important in a guy. And I don't think men, because they're too busy protecting baby girl, they're not having an honest conversation with them and helping them to be very realistic about what's out there versus what they should be focusing on. And my mission, my responsibility as a father is to have that dialogue with my daughter so that she at least is put in the frame of mind to know that it's not Build-A-Bear, and I'm not looking for a clone of my father. But I do appreciate the example he set, and it's helped me to begin shaping the list.